Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at the great millstone who do rule and teach well. Peace and blessings, shalom, to the sincere believers, the hopefully elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai out there listening and learning. It's the brother Azariah back with the article from Zero Hedge. And as you can see the title, study finds that 80% of Americans exposed to fertility-lowering chemicals in Cheerios and Quaker Oats. So we already know there's an active depopulation agenda that's going forth right now. Okay, with the CV-19, they sterilize a lot of people. Many are also going back to the spirit world. They coming down with cancers, all different kinds of illness, sicknesses, and bodily dysfunctions. All right. And we also see that the elites, the power that be, they're attacking people through the food. Why you think diabetes and cancer and high blood pressure and things like that are at an all-time high? It is directly tied back to people's diet. You see, people do not have access to a diet that is pro-life. People are eating things that produce death. And you know this is true because whenever you turn on the TV, how many times do you see a commercial pop up that's promoting eating greens and eating fruits and eating whole grains and things of that nature? No, you see the opposite. You see Papa John's, you see Pizza Hut, you see Burger King, you know what I'm saying? You see Chick-fil-A, you see all this fast food. Where is the nutrition? Where is the healthy lifestyle that's being promoted? They don't promote a healthy lifestyle. See, they promote death unto you in these very sugary foods, Coke and Pepsi and all these different things that they push. It's a death style that they're pushing. It does not lead to life. And this is in their benefit because, of course, we know that the pharmaceutical industry, big pharma, they benefit off of people's sicknesses. And notice how they not curing the people of what's ailing them. Okay, because if you would tell people to change their diet, to exercise more, to change their lifestyle in general, you would see a big improvement in people's health. But instead, when people get sick because of the diet and the environment that they're living in, you have to understand America is a very toxic environment. You step outside, you breathing in smog, you breathing in chemtrails. Then when it comes to the food, you eating GMOs, you eating all kind of chemicals and things like that. And we'll get into it shortly. But America, this is the belly of the beast. Everything here is set up for you to die and ultimately for you to be a perpetual slave, man. Okay? And your health is very important because without your health, you can't do anything in life. Without health, life is miserable, man. You see? But going back to the point of Big Pharma, it's in their interest to push sugar, to push processed foods unto you because it fattens the pockets of the elites of Big Pharma, you see, because they make more money in treating you than actually curing you. All right. The Lord has given the herbs of the earth as healing agents for us. But is that promoted? No. Whenever you get sick, they tell you, well, go to the doctor. They give you a prescription. And every now and then you got to come back and refill it. But that's a problem, though, right? Because refilling a prescription, that's not solving the problem. It's only masking the symptoms until they come back. And it keeps coming back because you haven't dealt with it. You understand? But again, this is directly tied back to people's bad diets. All right. Going into this article here, according to a recent study, 4 in 5 Americans, so that's well above 50%, 4 in 5 tested positive for an agricultural chemical found in several wheat and oat products. And even the men of the Lord, even we're guilty of this as well. Okay, even we're caught up in this, man. If we was to be tested, we would be found with the same chemicals in our system as well. I mean, you can't escape it. This is why it's important to pray over the food, man. Okay, of course we try to eat more organic, you know what I'm saying? Like we try to eat more whole foods, if you will. Like we not, once you come into this truth, you understand that you have to change, man. Like you have to change your diet, you have to change your outlook on life, okay? And ultimately the Most High gives you that understanding through wisdom. Okay, the Most High gives you the wisdom to stay away from certain things. All right, you're not gonna see brothers at Burger King. You're not gonna see brothers at Taco Bell and Chipotle and things of that nature, man. No, brothers cook, and we take herbs and exercise accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Because you only get one vessel, man, and this vessel has to last until Yahweh Shah comes back. You see, so you can't just be reckless with your body, man. You know what I'm saying? And once again, that's a part of growing in this truth, man, gaining that wisdom to understand that. But yeah, 4 and 5. So this is even well above 90%, man. This is damn near 100% of people. You see? It's like this computer kind of acting up today. Just bear with me. It says the peer-reviewed study published in the Jesse Journal on February 15th looked at urine samples from American citizens to determine their exposure to chloramiquat chloride, a plant growth chemical. Salakia. Exposure to the chemical can result in lower fertility and harm developing fetuses even at doses below acceptable levels set by regulators. Researchers detected chloramiquat in 80% of urine samples collected between 2017 and 2023, with a significant increase in concentrations for samples from 2023. You see, so these chemicals that are in these certain foods are directly tied to low fertility. And you'll even see cases where they'll go to the doctor and they'll get a report that they have a low sperm count, you see, but they exercise, they try to eat as healthy as possible, but their sperm count is still low. You know what I'm saying? Which we know that the food is defiled here. They pump the livestock with all kinds of hormones and, GMO feed and things of that nature. And the crazy thing is, if you actually want to eat more wholesome food, you have to pay an arm and a leg to get it. You see what I'm saying? You have to pay more money, which it is worth it, but a lot of people just can't afford that, especially in this economy. People can't afford to eat the good stuff. Like people are forced to eat at McDonald's and Taco Bell and Burger King, but that's worsening the problem. See, that's actually making your health worse. The chemical was detected in 92% of oat-based foods purchased in May 2023. Now, oats, because when you go into oats is a whole grain. Oats is supposed to be something that's nutritious. It's high in protein. It's high in carbs. You know what I'm saying? So oats is something that you can eat, and it'll make you feel full for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You can use it as like a filler in between meals. You see, but what they've done is they've weaponized the food. What they've done is they've took foods that are supposed to be healthy and they've made them unhealthy by adding chemicals to it that even on a biological level is affecting the natural cycle of your body. Why do you think so many people now are bugged out? You know what I'm saying? Of course, we know that these certain foods, they pray over the food, wicked enchantments over this food, man. Then it puts spirits on people and it bugs people out. You know what I'm saying? But all kind of wickedness is going on in the food industry. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is people don't have especially the Israelites, we don't have the means, we don't have the wherewithal to have our own farms, to grow our own food organically. You know what I'm saying? Jake ain't got it like that. You see, we have to go to our oppressor for the want of all things. And of course, your oppressor, his main goal is to keep you sick and destroy you. And that's exactly what they've been doing, and it's working very well. Out of 25 conventional oat products tested, 23 had detectable levels of chloramiquat. 1 in 8 organic oat products had the chemical, while 2 in 9 wheat products had low concentrations of chloramiquat. Jumping down. At present, the Environmental Protection Agency only allows the use of chloramiquat in the United States for ornamental crops, not for food crops. And another thing, a lot of stuff that are on the shelves in America is banned in other parts of the world. For example, you're not going to find a bag of hot Cheetos in Europe. You will never see that because Red 40, all right, is a toxic, that's food coloring, but it's toxic to the body, man. A lot of these, like when you get a box of juice and it says natural flavors, all that is artificial stuff. High fructose corn syrup. I also believe that that's banned in Europe as well. You see? So this system that we live in, man, this is nothing but death. And what I did, I looked up, you know, unhealthy ingredients in processed cereal and the worst cereals to avoid. You see, because even when I'm guilty. Like I used to eat Apple Jacks and Captain Crunch. Yeah, I used to love that stuff. But once I came into the truth and I gained more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, I had to put that stuff down. Because even when you look at the ingredients on the label, the damn cereal got a million and one ingredients in it, man. You see? Like you read it from top to bottom, it's like you reading a damn essay. Like you don't need to be putting that kind of stuff inside your body. It's not good for you. It's detrimental to your health. All right. So getting into a little bit of this. Okay. The toxic preservative agent BHT, which is an endocrine disruptor with links to cancer. Now let's go into that word endocrine for those that don't know. Okay. Endocrine. A common condition, especially in older males and occasionally in females, hypogonadism caused by a lowered production of the sex hormone testosterone. Okay, so this endocrine, this is directly tied back to lowering a man's testosterone. Okay, and you see, and that leads to cancer. Okay, because when you're blocking off a man or a woman's natural hormone cycle, that throws the body off. And of course, cancer, because cancer is a abnormal growth of cells that are not supposed to be there. You see, and these cells are brought on by ingesting foreign agents into your body. What is this preservative doing in your cereal? BHT is an antioxidant that gives processed foods like cereal a longer shelf life by preventing bacteria and mold growth. Of concern are several studies which indicate BHT may cause cancer in rats, while other studies have found it to be safe. So which one is it? Does it cause cancer or is it safe? You see, and that's the devil speaking with that double tongue. You see? And the scriptures say that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, and that's Esau Edom. On one hand, he'll do a study and say, yeah, this is completely safe. Then on the other hand, when he's testing on animals, the animals are dying off. You see? So this man is a hypocrite and the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. And everything in this time is coming out. Like, it's a beautiful thing that the truth is coming out in these last days, man. Because Esau, he's been found out. Like, his hidden things are being sought up. Okay? In addition to the cancer risks, the Environmental Working Group, while referencing the European Food Safety Authority, means BHT may disrupt endocrine function by causing thyroid changes. Okay, which if your thyroid is disrupted, that can lead to rapid weight gain, which then leads to what? High blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, and other things, man. All right, heart attacks, all kinds of dysfunction and dis-ease in the body. comes from eating these certain things. You see? Thyroid changes and affecting animal development. Artificial colors. Petroleum-based food dyes added to cereals with links to hyperactivity, behavioral problems in children, allergic skin reactions, as well as cancerous tumors during animal testing. So all these artificial colors, red 40, let's get into it. Red 40, according to the CSPI, the red 40 dye, which is made from petroleum. So this is a petroleum product, okay? Petro, the stuff that you put inside your car. This is what's in these food colorings, man. But they've deemed it safe by the FDA. The FDA deems red 40 and yellow 5 and yellow 6 and yellow 7. They deem all of these artificial colors safe for human consumption when it's not. They say it contains carcinogens. Let's go into that word carcinogens, okay? Because some people may not know what that is. Let's go into that word carcinogens here. Okay. Carcinogens are substances that can cause cancer. They can be classified as genotoxic or non-genotoxic. Genotoxins cause irreversible genetic damage or mutations by binding to DNA. And this is what you're consuming. Okay, this is what your children are consuming in the cereals, in the Capri Sun. Again, I used to eat these things, man, but coming into the knowledge of the truth, the spirit leads you away from these things, and all we can do here is just do the best that we can do. Okay, we understand that all this food is defiled, but we have to eat the best of the worst. You see, you can't just be reckless, man, because that's going to cause you to be sick. And a lot of brothers are chronically sick and have health problems, man. And it directly goes back to your diet and the environment that you live in Babylon the Great. All right. The belly of the beast. To add to that, 15% of people experiencing allergic reactions to this dye, red 40 has also been linked to hyperactivity in children, ADHD, things of that nature. The Center for Science in the Public Interest thus recommends red 40 be excluded from foods. And if I'm not mistaken, Cheetos has red 40. Okay, that's what makes the Cheetos red. You see? Yellow 5. The yellow 5 color in cereals is associated with hyperactivity in children as well as hypersensitivity reactions, and is similarly recommended to not be in foods. Yellow 6 is another useless but potentially toxic food dye associated with mild to severe hypersensitivity reactions in a small percent of the population. Caramel color. Cereals like Reese's Puffs contain caramel color, which is made by reacting sugars with ammonia and sulfites under high pressure and temperatures, as was shown to cause lung, liver, and thyroid cancers in studies on mice or rats. And this is crazy. This is crazy that people consume these things and don't even know it. And see, what they do is they make the packaging on these products so appealing. Tricks, for example, they put the little bunny rabbit on the front of the box, and it's very appealing to kids, but it's destroying you, man. Okay. This is why I'm glad that I learned a long time ago to leave that cereal alone, man. It ain't good for you. Okay. Even whole milk, all kind of bacteria and pus up in there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff you just got to stay away from, man. Okay, you just got to stay away from a majority of this stuff. All these mainstream, cereal brands and Oats and, Nature Valley, all that stuff is toxic, man. You see? You better off making your own granola. You know what I'm saying? Going to a farmer's market, just buying just buying the raw ingredients and making it yourself. It's real easy. You can go on YouTube and Google, DIYs and figure it out, man. But buying these processed foods, man, is destroying people's health. Okay, high fructose corn syrup links to obesity, diabetes, and behavioral issues. And that's in pretty much majority of products that you consume. High fructose corn syrup. partially and fully hydrogenated oils. And that's in pretty much majority of products that you consume. High fructose corn syrup. Partially and fully hydrogenated oils. Partially and fully hydrogenated oils. And that's in pretty much majority of products that you consume. High fructose corn syrup. Partially and fully hydrogenated oils. TSP. Okay, so you pretty much get the point, man. Look, animals fed extruded cereal died faster than those starved and given only water. You see that? So animals, the feed that they're given, if they were given extruded cereal, they died faster than animals that starved to death and only drank water. Which that shows you what? That these artificial foods, it actually speeds up your demise. And this is being brought on by who, man? Who controls the food industry? Who controls the FDA? Well, it's Esau Edom. You see, he controls these things, man. So he's in charge of your well-being. All right, but he's not set up to bring forth life, okay? That's really Yahweh Shai, man. Like Yahweh Shai came to give us life. You see, Yahweh Shai said, what? The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that's who? That's Esau. Okay, Esau has come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That's his MO. And that's all that he's been doing since he's been in rulership. You know what I'm saying? This is why you have articles like this coming out. Check this out. The worst breakfast cereals. Fruity Pebbles. Okay? Lucky Charms. Reese's Puffs. Fruit Loops. Apple Jacks. And I used to eat all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a kid, I used to eat all this stuff, man. Apple Jacks, Cheerios, Captain Crunch. That was my favorite. Captain Crunch was my favorite. Like you couldn't tell me, you could not make me hate Captain Crunch, man. Like I love Captain Crunch, but not no more. You see, not no more, man. Because all these things are fueling death. Then even when you go into the water, which they've been putting out reports recently of water that's been tainted with microplastics, and they saying that that's dangerous to your blood vessels and to your brain, and it's linked to stroke and high blood pressure. Look, man, we got to get out of here. See, this is the bottom line. This is why the scriptures say that if it were not for the sake of the elect, no flesh would be saved. How do chemicals get into bottled water? Chemicals get into bottled water in two different ways. First, certain chemicals like chlorine and chloramine are present in the water that gets bottled in the first place. Many bottled waters are simply bottled tap water. Like I know for a fact, Dasani and Aquafina, that's straight up bottled tap water. Okay, and probably a lot of other waters that's out here, man. Deer Park, Poland Spring. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these water bottle companies, they'll fill up the bottle with tap water, then claim, oh, this is natural spring water. This is spring water from the islands of Fiji. Whole time you pour that shit out the tap, and you paying an arm and a leg for it, thinking it is healthier for you. You see? Many bottled waters are simply tap water, so many of the common chemicals that you see in tap water are also present in bottled water. The second way that chemicals get into bottled water is from the plastic that the bottles are made of. Plastic contains many different types of chemicals, such as BPA, that can leach off of the bottles and get into the water they contain. And that's why even now, if you buy a case of bottled water, it has an expiration date. You see? It has an expiration date, and you'll notice that the closer it gets to that expiration date, the bottle will begin to degrade. And you'll notice that it begins to degrade because the actual plastic bottle will begin to get softer. You see, it'll get softer and softer until it eventually just loses its structure and falls apart. Okay, because the chemicals that they use to make these plastic bottles, they're not made to last forever. You know what I'm saying? They're made to only hold its structure for a certain amount of time. But as it starts to break down, it releases the chemicals from the plastic into the water that is contained inside the bottle. You see? So bottled water, period, is just not good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's best to get well water if that's possible, or filter your water. You know what I'm saying? Filter your water. That's the best thing that you can do. Plastic contains many different types of chemicals, such as BPA, that can leach off the bottles and get into the water they contain. How many chemicals are in bottled water? According to a recent study, check this out. A single bottle of water contains nearly 25,000 different chemicals. So one single bottle of water that you drink a day contains damn near 25,000 different chemicals. Now you can't tell me this is not deliberate, man. But again, all these companies are approved by the FDA. This is approved for human consumption. Well, not even animals should be drinking this stuff, should be consuming this stuff. So you can't tell me that there's not an agenda of death that has been being pushed. All right. And again, Big Pharma, they benefit from this. The more people that are sick and dying, the more money that they make. See, their business is not to keep you healthy and to keep you living for a long time. OK, they only want you alive and fit for as long as they can use you to work. Then once you're past the age to work, they going off you. You see, they going off you, man. For children, women of childbearing age, and pregnant women, the chemicals in bottled water have been shown to increase the risk of stunted growth, early puberty, premature birth, infertility, and early menopause. For the rest of people, the chemicals in bottled water have been linked to an increase of diabetes and heart disease. You see? So this is just from water. Okay, all these things are being put on from, just from water. Then when people do get sick, they do get cancer and high blood pressure, diabetes and heart disease and, stunted growth. You know what I'm saying? What do they do then? You go to the doctor, you talk to that damn devil, you know what I'm saying? And then he prescribes you some damn medication, you know what I'm saying? And then when you see the commercials for the medication on the TV, them things got 1,000,001 side effects, but then they say it real fast. You know what I'm saying? Them things got 1,000,001 side effects and they read it real fast to the point where like, hold on, damn, this is supposed to help me, but this thing has all these damn side effects. Like, what's the point? Side effects include loss of hearing, loss of appetite, aggressive cancer, you know what I'm saying? Hair loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I thought I'm supposed to be taking this to get better. It's actually making me worse. You see, but that's the point, man. Okay, that's the point, to keep you in a bad condition. Look at that. That's really how it should be, okay? All this water that they selling you in these plastic bottles, that's the label that should be on there, man. Toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should have a yellow hazard label on the water. You know what I'm saying? That's just how bad that it is. You see? But we got to get out of here, man. Like, we need Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Let me go to Ezekiel. Go to Ezekiel 4. And let's jump down to 13. It says, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. You see, so we are eating our bread defiled. Okay? And when you go into that word defiled, let's go into that real quick. So the word here is tameh.
Strong's H 2931. Tameh. Tameh.
Yeah, tameh. Okay. Which, when you go into it, goes into unclean, impure, ethically and religiously, ritually unclean. You see? So we are eating defiled, unclean, impure foods that these devils are putting out. And it's not only to the Israelites. Esau, he's pushing this to all the people. Okay, even his own Edomite kind. You see? But this was prophesied to happen, man. Again, this is why prayer and fasting is important. Fasting is an important part of this walk as well, because you have to clear and cleanse your body of all the toxins that you take in on the daily. Think about it. You breathing in toxins every day. Even worse if you smoke, and if you a brother smoking, you need to stop that, okay? Because that's going off, man. You're defiling your temple. You see what I'm saying? but you breathing in chemicals all day long. You eating chemicals all day long. You listen. You have to give your body time to reset, time to cleanse itself of all the toxins that are in you. You know what I'm saying? Take certain herbs. You know what I'm saying? Take. Hey man, don't abuse the herbs. Use the herbs, man, because the herbs are of a great benefit, and you feel the difference. You see? Because you have to understand, being in Babylon the Great, this is the worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? This is the worst case scenario that we can possibly be in. Let me go to Psalm 140, 141. And we can close out on this. All right. Just wanted to make this a quick hit. Psalm 141. Let me see what I want here. Psalm 141. And I'll start at 4. It says, incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity, and let me not eat of their dainties. Now let's go into that, right? Let's go into that word dainties. Of their dainties.
Strong's H 45:16. Men and meme. Men and meme.
Man, okay. And when you go into it, it means what? Delicacies, dainties, okay, which cereals, you know what I'm saying? The meat, these will be considered dainties, man. All right. So the Lord, you know what I'm saying? King David said, let me not eat of their dainties, man. Because why? It's defiled. It's not good for you. You see that? And ultimately, these things have been set up to destroy you and keep you in a state of perplexity. You see? That's why these things are set up. Genesis 49:20, out of Asher his bread shall be fat, and he shall eat of the royal dainties. You know what I'm saying? Just a couple precepts to go with that. But yeah, we've been snares have been set up in Babylon the Great for us to fall, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 9, it says, keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins. A gin means a trap, of the workers of iniquity. Which who are the workers of iniquity? The workers of iniquity go back to the rulers of this world, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. Okay, they are the ones that have set up all these cunningly devised and crafty snares so that you can fall into these things, and ultimately he can destroy you and take you over without even having to put hands on you, man. Again, this is why you see these elaborately designed cereal boxes. You see these elaborately designed snacks in the market. But all of it is death. Either it's high in sugar, it's high in salt, it's high in sodium. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people love to eat ramen noodles because they can't afford real food? But that's killing you slowly. That's raising your blood pressure every time that you eat a pack of noodles, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you go on to Burger King, that's high in sodium. Like, look, man, everything here is just through. You see? So, yeah, man, we need Yahweh Shemel Shai. See, this is why we hasten the fall of this kingdom, because living in a world like this, really, this is not living, okay? This is not living, man. So I'll go ahead and close this out here. Hopefully this lesson was edifying to the Rakah Kedash. Until next time, Lord willing, shalom to the elect.